Once upon a time, there were two friends who were 9 years old. One was called Abdo, and the other was called Bilal. They used to play together after school every day. One day, Abdo said to Bilal, "Do you know what? My dad told me that he's going to buy me a PlayStation 5 because I've been very good and obedient, and when I get it, we can play together." Bilal said, "I too have asked my parents for a PlayStation 5. Maybe they will buy it for me if I am good until Friday." So they promised each other that whoever got the PS5 first would let the other play with him. After school that day, Abdo ran home as fast as he could, so he could tell his mum that he was going to be good and obedient. But when he got home, he saw that his mother was washing clothes in the yard, and his father was repairing a water pipe. Abdo stopped for a moment and watched them work. Then he took off his shoes and sat down next to his mother. She smiled at him and asked, "Why are you sitting here without taking off your shirt? Go and take a shower first. Then we'll talk." So Abdo went to take a shower and put on a clean shirt. Then he came back and sat next to his mother again. But she was still washing clothes. So Abdo stood up and started helping her wash the clothes. His mother was happy. She took one of the shirts and gave it to him and said, "Here, wash this shirt." He did. Then she gave him some socks and he washed them too. When he finished, his father came to him, patted him on the shoulder and said, "Well done, son. You have become a big boy now." Then he went back to work. A few minutes later, Abdo's mother joined them in the yard. She sat down next to his father and said, "What reward do you think he deserves for being so helpful?" Abdo said, "A PlayStation 5, please, Mum, please, Dad, please." His father and mother looked at each other, and then his father said, "You have only helped your mother for a few minutes. Do you think you deserve a PlayStation 5? No, son, a reward must be commensurate with the effort. If you want a PlayStation 5, you need to help your mother for a whole week, not just a few minutes." Abdo felt sad, but he wanted the PlayStation 5, so he went back to continue helping his mother. On the other hand, after school that day, Bilal went straight to his grandmother's house. When his grandmother opened the door and saw him, she hugged him and asked, "Why aren't you at home right now?" "It's time for Maghrib prayer, isn't it?" Bilal said. "I wanted to ask you for a favor. Will you buy me a PlayStation 5 if I am good for a week?" His grandmother said, "No, son, I don't have any money. I'm a pensioner. I can only afford to buy food. If you want a PlayStation, ask your parents," Bilal said, "but I already asked them, but they refused. So that's why I came to ask you." His grandmother said, "I'm sorry, son. Ask your parents. They are the ones who must fulfill your needs. Don't forget that Allah has made them your guardian, and it is obligatory upon you to obey them. Moreover, a child will never succeed without the blessing of his parents. Even if I had money, I wouldn't buy it for you because your parents are your first teachers, and they will be rewarded for everything you do good. So go to your parents and ask them. If they see that you deserve it, they will buy it for you." After that, Bilal stood up and left his grandmother's house. Abdo kept helping his mother for many days, and whenever he remembered what his father had told him, he felt sad. But he really wanted the PlayStation, so he endured and continued helping his mother. One day, Abdo's mother noticed that he was sad. She sat down next to him and asked, "What's wrong, son?" Abdo said, "Father, do you think I deserve a PlayStation 5? His mother replied, "Why do you keep asking me this question? I've already told you that you still have 5 more days to go." Abdo said, "I'm tired of helping you. I feel like I'm a servant, not a son." His mother hugged him and said, "Son, your father and I are getting old. We need someone to help us when we are old. You are still young. So we thought by helping us, you're actually training yourself so that when you grow up, you will be able to take care of your own parents." In fact, helping your parents is an investment. It may not seem like it now, but the reward will be great. Paradise lies under the feet of mothers. Then Abdo started thinking about what his mother had said. He realized that helping his parents is actually an investment and that the reward will be great, even if he didn't get the PlayStation 5. So he thanked his mother for teaching him that lesson. Meanwhile, Bilal went to his friend's house and they played together for a while. After they finished playing, Bilal said, "Can I go to the park with you guys in the afternoon?" His friend said, "No, we're going to go to the mall. Want to come with us?" Bilal said, "Yes, I would love to, but I promised my parents that I would spend the whole week being good so they can buy me a PlayStation 5. His friend said, "Who cares about your parents? Come with us. Let's have fun." But Bilal refused. He wanted to honor his parents. In the afternoon, Bilal went out to the yard to play. He took the ball and started bouncing it when suddenly his brother came running towards him. He kicked the ball away from Bilal and said, "This ball is mine. Give it here." Bilal said, "No, this ball was mine first." His brother said, "I don't care. This ball is mine now." Then he bounced the ball on the ground and left. Bilal felt angry and upset, but then he remembered what his grandmother had told him about obeying his parents. So he decided to go inside the house and tell his parents what had happened. An hour later, Bilal's father came to the yard. He was very angry. He asked Bilal's brother, "Did you say this is your ball? Did you kick it away from him?" Bilal's brother said, "Yes, because I want it." Bilal's father said, "You can't do that. You must share with others. If you want your brother to share with you, you must also share with him." Then Bilal's father took the ball and split it into 2 halves. He gave one half to Bilal and the other half to his brother and said, "Now it's each of yours. You can't say that this ball is mine and kick it away from your brother. If you do that, you won't get anything." Then his father left. Bilal's brother started crying. He went to their mother and said, "Mom, Dad cut my ball in half. Now it's broken." Bilal's mother hugged him and said, "Your father did it so that you learn how to share with others. You shouldn't take what belongs to others, just like he shouldn't take what belongs to you. Do you understand?" Bilal's brother nodded. 2 weeks passed and Abdo kept helping his parents during that time. He learned that helping his parents is a great thing. Meanwhile, Belial spent a week being good and obedient. He helped his parents around the house and he didn't play with bad friends. At the end of the week, he reminded his parents of his promise. So they bought him a PlayStation 5. Bilal was very happy. He invited his friend over and they played together. After playing for a while, his friend said, "Let's go outside and play football." Belial said, "Okay, let's go." After they played football for a while, Bilal's friend said, "My mother has made delicious cookies. Do you want to go home with me and eat some?" Belial said, "Okay, let's go." Belial's friend took him to his house. His mother opened the door and said, "Oh, I've made delicious cookies. Would you like to try some?" Belial said, "Yes, thank you." Then he remembered that he had said thank you and goodbye to his parents when he left the house. So he stood up and said, "Excuse me, I forgot to say thank you and goodbye to my parents. I need to go." Bilal's friend said, "Why? Your parents won't mind." But Bilal insisted on going home, so he said goodbye to his friend's mother and left. The next day, Bilal's friend came to his house and asked, "Why did you leave yesterday when my mum offered you cookies?" Bilal said, "Because I hadn't said thank you and goodbye to my parents yet, so I had to go home." His friend said, "Who cares about saying goodbye? That's nonsense." But Bilal said, "It's not nonsense. On the contrary, saying thank you and goodbye to your parents is something very important because they are your first teachers. And if you want to become a good student, you must start by obeying and honoring your parents." And this is the story of Bilal and Abdo. May Allah Almighty make us from those who honor their parents.